All right, comic book heads. Welcome back to the channel. This is Elias. This is Comic Book Opinion. I'm gonna go through this week's picks that I got, the reads. I got some old school stuff. I'm gonna open up a pack of Pokemon cards and the cover of the week. Again, thanks for visiting. Thanks for listening. So I'm gonna get right into it. Thanks. All right, so the first really good read of this week, man, was the Spiderman and Wolverine. So right away, when you look at the cover, this is one of the cool covers of the week. You get that 90s feel, that 90s nostalgia. If you're new to comic books and you don't know the difference between what happened back in the day, like in the 90s, 80s, 70s, the 2000s, whatever, this is what the style looked like back then. The art is incredible. It's fast paced. It's over dramatic, over exaggerated. But it has a lot of detail, a lot of texture to it. It just makes you feel real good when you're looking at a comic book and they take the art pretty serious to like a nice fast pace up, like higher level. The story was really good. It's about an agent contacting Wolverine and trying to tell him, hey, you need to get a hold of this list. And this list is like a list of top secret agents from back in the day, and if this information leaks out, it's going to cause havoc between the good guys and the higher ups in the government and all this other stuff. So Wolverine goes out of his way and grabs Spider-Man to help him retrieve this list. Before they start retrieving the list or looking for it, they go to a Shield Harrier craft or like one of those those ships that fly. Anyways, before he gets Spider-Man, they show a back story of Spider-Man's parents being secret agents. And then at the very end, there's a little twist where Spider-Man actually finds the information on the list on the computer. And while he's looking at it, he looks at an old school video of his parents getting murdered by Wolverine. And that's the twist at the end. Really fucking cool. I don't know if that's a brand new concept, but I've seen that in other movies and stuff. Very good read of the week. This is pretty cool. The next thing that I got was this thing called Robo Wolf. Okay, so another nostalgic comic book. They do this a lot in comic books lately. I don't know what they're trying to do. But this was okay. This was kind of whack to me. The art is very, very like bright, colorful, and it just kind of gives me a headache. The writing was okay. This was one of the wackest reads of the week. But I heard other places or other people talk good about this. So this is up your alley. Hey, this is up your alley. This would be a cool read for you. But for me, it was kind of whack. Yeah. So I'm gonna skip that. That was okay. What was really good, that was okay, it was good, was Absolute Flash, issue number 3. The art is really good. It's the fast pace, the transitions between panels is really good. So it's just a continuation of their version of the Flash, and he has Grodd, which in the comic books, Grodd is like a big gorilla guy, but in this one, he's a small monkey-looking thing. But they get connected where they could speak with each other through their minds, and they're just helping each other out. This is basically one of those, again, like I said, one of these issues could have been an issue number 2, and they could have made a larger issue, last issue. They're just kind of stretching the narrative and the arc a little longer, so you could get another issue. But this was okay. The Flash, out of a lot of the Absolute titles that are coming out there, Flash is good. It's all right. But yeah, this was all right. Another okay comic book was this One World Under Doom. Doom Academy. I've read the original Academy, Doctor Strange Academy, and it was really good. The art was crazy good. But this has a different style of art. I don't know if it's the same artist, but this cover is really good too. It was different art inside the comic book. But this has the continuation where Doctor Doom took over the mansion or the school from Doctor Strange. So it's a Doctor Doom's Academy. And I think, what was the character's name? I forget her name. But she got stuck in a magical book. and there's a whole different world in this book, and the other students go in there and help her escape. And then when at the very end, when they help her escape, without well, they know it, but without stopping it, they release other monsters from that magical book into the real world. So that was pretty cool. Again, this was okay read. It's not as good as that Doctor Strange Academy from a few years ago, but it's okay. I just like the characters. There are a lot of kids, and they have to do with their siblings and whatnot, or the sons and daughters from larger characters that were in the Marvel universe. So this was okay. So this comic book was really good. The Ultimates issue number 12. Okay, so this whole Ultimate universe it's really good, man. And this is a really cool cover. This is a variant cover that I picked up, and I think this is one of the covers of the week that I'm choosing. This is just the composition, the art style, the colors make your eye move. The characters, how they drawn is badass. So yeah, this was really good. Has to do with the maker. He goes back in time, makes an alternate timeline where he kills all the superheroes, or not really kills them, but he prevents them from being superheroes. But they eventually become superheroes. And this whole issue was really good because it has the narration, or the thing with Doctor Doom, where he has it where he can he stopped time like a microsecond before all the superheroes like died. From this, from like an army of Hulks. So they're he did it without permission, or he did it with breaking the laws that they established earlier on in other issues, to manipulate time and space to save the other heroes. So they kind of taking their role serious about how to stop the maker and how to stop this whole thing. But this whole issue was the perspective of Fury, Nick Fury, in the office looking at a previous meeting that they had in that same room. And at the end, there's a little twist with the Wasp, and she's being a double agent. Oh, this is really good, though, man. If you're into the Ultimates, it just continues to get better and better. Again, the art style is really good. The narration, the way they talk to each other, everything is really cool about this comic book. This is one of the top-notch comic books that are out. It was like a Marvel week, so I got a lot of Marvel this week. Usually they come short with the storytelling and all this, but they had a lot of issues that this week were really good. Another one was this Amazing Spider-Man. This is that new title that's coming out, the new run, the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 4. I got this variant cover. Also, another issue, not issue, but cover that I think was a really good cover of the week. Just really badass. So this is the continuation of Spider-Man. He got poisoned where he's hallucinating. He's up against Itsy Bitsy, and he's also against the Hobgoblin. And at the same time, he has these flashbacks with his aunts, May and Uncle Ben, and it's really good. The art style, the composition where he's hallucinating, going back to the regular reality with the panels. And the splash pages were awesome, top notch. The art is fantastic in this thing. The writing's really good. It's fast paced. Panels are good. Transitions are good. There's texture to the art. It's just really good. This is another really good run. Again, if you're new to comic books and trying to get into some new stuff, because there's so much titles and so many issues out there. Amazing Spider-Man, this new run. It would be great for anybody that's new to comic books. Get your hands on this. It's really good. All right, so to the independent comic book, this is from Image. This whole Bug Wars, wow, it's really good. Also, another cover of the week. Just the color alone, the composition that got this variant, it's just beautiful. Every issue just gets better and better. This was the best issue so far, and it really started connecting how the world building is and how the overall story. Oh man, the kid in this, he just you see him maturing and growing up, and he has a spider witch which is helping him get to the end of the lawn, or the end of the of this bug universe thing, which is just their backyard, to the edge where the house meets the lawn. So he could get back in time to meet his mother and save his brother, but he needs to use the amulet to go back to regular size, or try to figure out how the amulet works with the magic. And it's just so badass. It's mature reading, a lot of cursing, which I like it because it just doesn't insult the reader. And I think any age person who's into comic books will read it. This is one of these comic books where it kind of looks like a younger kid might come up and read it. But then they see some wild shit in this in this comic and read some wild shit. And they're kind of looking around, should I be reading this? And that's the excitement about comic books, man. This is gives you that feeling. It's awesome. The art is really good. Composition is good. The banter is good between the characters. The world development and the world building is awesome. And this this whole title just gets really good, man. It's a whole new perspective, refreshing also of something with the bug worlds and insects and stuff. So yeah, get your hands on this. This is a very good read. All right, a really good read was this Moonshine Bigfoot. Issue number 1 came out maybe 2-3 weeks ago, and this is another good example of really good comic books. This is, when you read this, you could tell right away that the people that created this are having a good time, just making an awesome comic book and just having fun with it. And you get that feeling when you're reading this. Issue number 1 is really intriguing, gave you a lot of pages, a lot of story, and issue number 2 was almost the same. But it doesn't, there's no filler. It just keeps going and going and keep progressing with the story. And that's what I liked about it. And the relationship between the Bigfoot and his girl, and then he sees a subconscious spirit that's attached to him, and the other characters. Every character is really cool. What really was cool about this was it gave you like a Hulk Hogan character. Man, that shit was badass. It made me laugh. It's very, very entertaining comic book. Get your hands on this if you want a very good time reading comic books, not take this stuff too seriously, and just have a good time reading. This is perfect. All right, so real quick, I'm gonna put this like that. All right. So Grommets issue. This is a 7-part series. This is issue 7, so this is the last one. I think I might have previous old videos that are talking about Grommets, and it's about skateboarding. Man, this shit is perfect. This is a 10 out of 10 comic book. Again, if you want something and you can get your hands on it, and if the trade paperback comes out, get your hands on this. Grommets is awesome. The art is perfect. So much detail. It's like so precise. It's symmetrically well balanced. The panels, everything, the details, just texture, everything you love about art, or that I love about art, is in this comic book. The overall story is a bigger meaning, like a great message to it, and this is just badass. It's about the back in the 80s, about skateboarders, about skaters versus punks, and this new kid. He goes into a newer town, meets up with a couple of skateboarders. Everyone kind of fronts like they don't know how to skateboard, but they end up becoming real skateboarders. And they run into a party where they get beat up by the jocks, and they fight back, and there's a whole the crazy stuff. At the very end, he has to move, and his boy goes out and ends up moving in the same state, and they just become friends. And the very end is just really good, man. This is a very great ending to a complete story. I don't know if they're going to keep coming up with a continuation of this, but this was really good. Again, everything is perfect about this comic book. Again, you could tell that the readers and the creators, not the readers, but the writers and the creators that make this, having a good time, and they take comic books seriously. This is a good example of what comic books are from back in the day. And to new young readers, this will be up any new reader's alley, man. This is perfect for any new reader to get into comic books. Again, get your hands on this. This is good. All right, so I'm gonna get into the old school look. Or not the old school look, but the old school comic books that I found. I think I might have found 3 or 4 of them that are really good. 3 of them. So this one is Detective Comics 626, and just alone the composition of this cover is just so badass. the way that they put the city, the detail, the angle, and Batman just coming through the skyline like that, bro. This is just badass. So that's a cool, and it's a newsstand. I don't know the significance of this, but I found it for like about $3. I just picked it up because of the cover. It's so beautiful. It's really crispy. It's in good condition. I'm gonna put another plastic and board. Another really cool thing that I saw was DC. This is from back in the day when comic books were 20 cents. So they put a mark over there. So again, I got this for like $2. The Witching Hour. Never heard of it, but it's cool because there's a witch on a train. And number 13 is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Again, the composition, the art style, this old school look. Yeah. Let me know if you know anything about this title. This is pretty cool. All right. So the last cool thing that I found, the old school hunt, was this Legend of Zelda. So this is official Nintendo newsstand. So I don't know how rare this is, but this is issue number 2, and it's Zelda. And Zelda well, it's not Zelda, but Link looks nothing like the video game. So I got this because this is pretty interesting, just because it's Zelda, and it's from Nintendo. So that was my last old school. I got the cover of the week behind this, but I'm gonna open up a Pokemon deck or a Pokemon pack and see what I get. So that was it for my old school finds. All right, so real quick, see what I got. See if I got anything interesting. All right. I'll do it this way. Got a lot of those. Those last few first ones, I don't have them, so that's pretty cool. Hologram with that one. I got a lot of those guys. Oh man. So it's a dud. Nothing really good. That last one, I got a lot of those, man. So there you go. Alright, that was my Pokemon thing. Alright, so the next thing is the cover of the week. I found this just on the stand. I wanted to get that Vampirella one that she's sitting on the throne, but I could not find it. So my pick of the week on the very cover, all the other previous ones were the cover, really good covers of the week, but this one I found, Kill Town. Never even heard of this, but just alone, this is just beautiful, badass. That just speaks. It has simple, less is more. Her attitude in her face, the beautiness of it, the color, everything was just awesome about this particular cover. So that was my cover of the week. All right, comic book heads, thanks for visiting. Thanks for listening. That was my week, what I read. It was kind of a slow week. Not really too much that came out, but what did come out was pretty decent, especially when it came to Marvel. And this is my cover of the week. All right, have a good one out there. Take it easy.